Hey, that's a lot.
Awesome. So we have Facebook Live over here, and we've got Instagram Live
Lori.
over here. So
Lori, it's been a long time.
Let some people join on first.
Hey, Stacy.
Hi. It's exciting to see everyone.
Yes.
What's everyone up to on their busy Monday?
Yes. Y'all shopping? Online shopping? Have you done any online shopping?
No online shopping for me. You need a paycheck to be able to online shop.
Right. Lori says she's definitely online shopping. Yes, the internet. Oh, goodness. For those of you that have internet issues, we definitely have those.
Yes,
here.
we're hoping that we don't have an internet issue right now.
So Stacey, working from home, I was telling Haven, I was like, congratulations, you are student of the day today. And she got so excited that she was student of the day.
Oh, student of the day. It's so cute. She was so excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome, Lori. She's making Mary Kay deliveries and hand lotions for medical. That's awesome. I bet they do need hand lotions after washing their hands so much.
Oh, Stacy, Ava, and Haven should FaceTime.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that way they can just play together for a little bit. That's what Marin did, and the girls loved it. It was so cute.
I've never done a Facebook or Instagram Live before. This is my first time. What do I do?
Well, I think we were going to do something like interview each other. We got a couple questions from you guys on just everything that's going on. So we're going to address all of that. Yeah.
Hey, Evan. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hi.
Man, miss you guys. Evan, they own a great salon in Piedmont. Silver Salon. Good to see you guys.
Yes, we got a bunch of people joining in.
That's a lot. We had several questions, and if you have some, shoot them over. Throw them in the comments, and we're going to try to get to them too. But we have several questions that you already submitted online for the last 2 or 3 days. Oh, Jolene.
Jolene.
You're going to make Adele cry, Jolene. It's good to see you.
Jolene is my business coach. She's helped me through so much of just this experience with COVID. Thank you so much, Jolene, for everything that you do for me and all of your clients. I know that every one of us is just as appreciative of you, so thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and get started. There's a lot of people in here, and we want to stay committed to starting on time. And, man, should we prioritize any of these?
It is already.
Okay. And I want to express to you what our commitment is to our guests. We want our guests to come on here as well as the entire community. And our commitment is to exceed your expectations. And this is one of those ways we want to do that. It's just having great communication with you. And we have a lot of questions that you submitted. They're personal and business, and we'd love to dive into those. Before I do that, I also want to acknowledge something that we don't acknowledge enough is our team. The Salon Adelle team has spent so much time, energy, and effort outside of what you see to be able to prepare weeks ago for this transition of keeping the environment clean for the guests to come in and spreading out team members in different areas to be able to accommodate some of the guidelines that have come out. And we have the best team ever. Right now, they are actively working on the recovery plan for when we come out of here. So every day, our team member is steady working to exceed your expectations when we reopen. So they're amazing. I want to acknowledge them.
One of the questions here is, how is the team? And Jane, you said you're worried about us. So our team is doing amazing. I've got calls with each one of them scheduled. Whew, I might need tissues. That's been the hardest part about all of this, is just my concerns for the team, and are they going to be okay? And we have been so blessed to be surrounded by people that are just supporting us like we've never seen before. And so our team is all set up for unemployment currently. However, we've got a lot of other things in the works. We've got the Paycheck Protection Plan. We've got the SBA loan coming. We just feel incredibly blessed right now to be able to have access to the things that our government is providing. Just a quick little blurb out for Vish. Vish software system for our color weighing and how we maximize every gram of color that we have in the salon. I spoke with him the other day. You know, he's someone that we pay on a monthly basis to run their software, and I was asking, you know, what can we do right now, because our doors are closed, and they're based out of Canada. And he proceeded to share with me just the impact that this is having on just his business alone, and that they, you know, may not be around when all this is over. And just like how it really like got me, you know, people that are really great at business and love what they do and are great at what they do, you know, may not be able to withstand this. And so my heart goes out to them. But as far as our team goes, they are all being taken well care of. Travis has spent like numerous hours just making sure that the team is taken care of, and just so appreciative to you for doing that.
Thank
for
you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
And thank you for the question. We're going to ask a couple more. Let's see. Will there be a priority for the guests who already have a reservation prior to us closing?
So that's something we actually discussed on our team call this morning. We will have priority for guests. And what we're discussing right now is what is the best way to go about rescheduling guests, because right now we just have no idea when our reopen date is going to be. Like, New York is already June 10th, West Virginia, and several others have extended to June 10th. So I'm just already assuming that South Carolina is going to follow suit with that. So we didn't want to have to move reservations constantly every single month as this extends. So what we're going to do is we're going to be reaching out to you, making sure that we have the correct reservation on the book, and then we're going to be creating a priority list of our reservations that need to go back on the book once we are open, once we're able to reopen, once we get that notification. So once we get the notification that we can reopen, then we'll be going down that list, reaching out to those people, and whoever would like to put down a deposit on that reservation is going to have top priority of the times that they would like to take first. The team really feels like this is going to be the best way for everyone to get in a timely manner, because we know that there's going to be a major rush. And that's actually the next question, is how are we going to handle the rush for when we open back up? So we expect that there is going to be a major rush, and we get that. And so what the team is doing is they are all creating unique schedules to expand our hours while remaining healthy and rested, because that is our top priority for our team, is just to be sure that everyone's taken well care of. But also to allow more time and availability for more people to get in.
Yeah.
And so that's the way that we're going to handle the rush, is we're going to spread people out a little bit more. And we also don't know like what guidelines are we going to have by our government. Like we don't know what is all that going to look like. I don't feel like it's ever going to go back to normal, and I'm not even trying to push it back in that direction. I'm really ready to just evolve with this and see where it takes the salon. And you know, if we need to move reservations further apart, we'll do it. We'll figure it out. So
this is where we were thinking, you know, this is a time to recreate our brand, dive into what doesn't work for us, and change that. We have plenty of time to do that. I was thinking about originally sitting around watching Netflix all day long and doing nothing.
Dude, I can totally Netflix and chill like all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we thought about just sitting around Netflix and watching that all day long and maybe drinking some coffee. And that's not going to work out good for us. That's totally the way we would do.
For the time being, but then like a month or two from now, when we're ready to reopen, we would be like, now what?
It would so be like a friend of ours saying that her pants buttons with social distancing from themselves after we sit around for a while.
Yes. Not doing that.
So we are recreating the brand. We are diving into the brand and creating what the new would look like. How do you stay focused on work while you're at home?
So I like, what is it called when you just like really focus and you work? Like,
I call it flow.
Flow. Okay. So I can get into flow really easily if I just have like an hour of time that I can really dive into what I'm doing. And so I like to break it up in chunks. It's really easy for me to sit in one place all day working and not even get up, because I will get so focused and so driven on what I'm doing that I won't take care of myself. And when I'm at home, it's worse, because I can just be in my comfy clothes and I'm comfortable sitting all day, and so then I've done nothing other than sit. So what I do is I break it up into chunks. I will work until lunch, and then I'll take a break, and then after lunch we do something fun as a family, like whether it's hang out on the porch or go for a walk. Like I play piano. And then I like after that to go back and focus again. And with Haven around, like I've just gotten to the point where I'm just dealing with exactly what is so. And that is, I have a 5-year-old. She's at home. She's totally bouncing off the walls sometimes. We're trying to juggle. He's really doing a lot of the school work, and I'm doing a lot of the salon work. And so it's just like, it can be really crazy, and I just have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And just roll with the punches. And if she interrupts me, like, so be it. It just is what it is, and we're just doing the best possible with having 5-year-old, you know? It's
That's
fun
good.
though. Like, you can just make it fun. It doesn't have to be an interruption. It's just like, this is the new normal right now. So what do you do to stay focused?
So I do a couple things, and it kind of goes along with another question, is routines. Is I create routines, morning routines that kind of help. So I wake up earlier and do some type of gratitude meditation. I do a devotion, and either spend some time alone walking, or but I get myself focused in the morning to start, and then right after that I go into the actual work. So I'll sit down. I know I need to get some work done before Haven wakes up, so I'll start doing whatever's on my list that would be a priority that may be interrupted during school time for her. And so that's probably the best way. And then when I get started I'm doing her schoolwork. So we set up and create a routine and an environment in my office for her. And that looks like just being able to get the iPad out for her, get all of her work done. And then I usually save that type of work for that I can be interrupted in. It makes it a lot easier. And then usually after lunchtime, we stop school and I'm able to actually get the work I can concentrate on.
Yep.
Let's go with another one. What do you do to unwind, Adele?
I like to play piano. I mentioned that earlier. It's just a way that I've found a lot of peace and a lot of like relaxation, and it just like fills me up so much. So I would say I do that and take a hot like salt bath.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I love to walk. So my unwind is either a couple things. One is I love to turn the music up really loud and have a dance party
Yes.
with Haven. We have a 5-year-old who is an amazing dance party person. And so her and I have a dance party. Or I also like to go walking. So I'll go for a walk, and that really helps me to unwind.
So tell me, like, how are you dealing with the stress of being closed and all the coronavirus and everything? Tell me about that.
How straight can I be with you?
Well,
So I've been home now for a couple of weeks doing homeschool, and I don't even know how much it is now, 3 weeks or so, or 4 weeks. As soon as they closed the schools, I left work and started keeping Haven. And I was good for about a week of that. And my old way of being is I get really stressed about things and worry, have like a need to prep and make sure we have food and water and make sure my family's safe. And I have all these worries that will happen. And by me concentrating on working and Haven School and trying to close the salon, and also really diving into the news all day long, I became this big, huge ball of stress. And I did not realize it. I just became short with Haven. I became like, my anger started bubbling back up, and I was like being snippy with her and angry with her. With you, I was being short with you, and I guess it just didn't really realize it until I had a conversation with you, and you said that you were trying to protect yourself from, like, you call it me being prickly.
yeah, he was like, the best way I could describe it, he was like prickly. Oh, if I said something, it didn't land right. If, just like every conversation I felt like was not going the direction it normally would go. And he gets very controlling. And I have this inner, you're not going to tell me what to do. And so they don't go very well together. And when he's in his controlling, like, you're going to do what I tell you to do, and I'm going, you're not going to tell me what to do, it can be very interesting in our household, especially when we were dealing with the business and just trying to get it closed down. And just, there were so many things changing, like, on a daily basis. So our stress was higher than normal. I was still going into the salon, and so I was with the team and with our guests, and he was at home all day. And so I would come home and just have all these amazing shares from the day, because I would be having a great day, and he was just like prickly.
I'd be like, almost, how can you share that when the sky's falling?
So I was like, really just had to take a step back and think, like, if I'm about to be with him 24/7 in the house, like, what is different? What is going on? And I realized it's fear. And
Yeah, so as soon as she said that, I was like, yep, that's exactly what's happening. I was worrying about something in the future. I had this worry about it. And then we heard this definition that worry was the biological, emotional, and physical response to an event that has not even occurred.
Not even happened.
It's a biological, emotional, and physical response to an event that has not even occurred. That's what worry is. And that's exactly what I was doing. Was I was worrying, and while I was worrying, there's a couple things that was happening. One is I was ramping myself up. I was definitely ramping her and Haven up. I was not being who I was committed to being, which is a good father and husband. And I was causing all this stress and tension with it.
Yeah. So once we had that conversation, and like really how I was dealing with it is I was dealing with what the facts were in front of me. And we call that what is so. I'm dealing with what is so right now. And when I was hearing a lot of his fears, the thing that just kept popping up for me is, but that hasn't happened yet. Like, we're not there yet. And I really wanted my immediate actions to matter, even if it was our last week opening. Like, I didn't want to just give up into fear and worry. And I really wanted to be there for the team. I wanted to be strong for them and encourage them and really lift them up, because, you know, we all, at least I know that God has a bigger plan with this. And I am like this little teeny tiny part of the picture. And all I can see is like this much, when really there's just this like ginormous picture that God is seeing. And so how can I worry about something I can't even see? Like,
and I wasn't being present. When I was worrying, I wasn't being present with Haven. As I'm sitting there with Haven, I have a privilege of being with her doing school. And I'm worried, so I can't be present with her. And then when I'm with you, I'm not really with you because I'm worried, and therefore I can't really be with you.
Yeah, and it's to say, like, when you're worried, you're upstairs, you're in your head. And when you're present, you're downstairs. You're actually present with what is happening. And so that's just where we are headed with this, is we are really doing our very best to be present in everything that we're doing, and making sure that we're not living in our head, which is where the worry and the fear and anxiety all lives.
So if you have stress, I don't know if you have stress. I'm just kidding. Everybody's must feel all that.
Yes.
There's different things, different perspectives you can gain out of that, and it's about how do you look at it? For us, there's a couple of things that we do for stress, and that's another one of the questions we have here is, what do you do for that? And mine is, I do a couple of things, is CBD. So that's something we have in the salon, and that has been one of the biggest sellers that we do have, and it's just because of how good it's helping people. And I have a personal story for it and what it's done for me. But that is one of the big things that helps me is CBD, meditation, breathing, all those things. And I do exercise, so kind of yoga. I don't know how to do all the yoga that you do, but I do stretching.
Yeah, I do stretching. I wouldn't really call it yoga yet.
Let's see.
There's a question right here. What's the best daily hair care routine we can adopt during this time? So I'm like washing my hair every 3 or 4 days. I'm using dry shampoo. I'm using a texture spray, and I'm letting my hair air dry from the roots down. So I'm just blow drying my roots to get my extensions dry. And then I'm letting the rest air dry, and I grabbed at the salon, I grabbed some Curl Gelée by Orbe, and it's this really lightweight gel, and I mix it with water, and I just kind of scrunch it into my hair. and then at night I braid it. And so it's been a really easy routine for me to be able to maintain my hair and it still look good during the day. And then like yesterday, I kept it in the braid all day. So today I'll wear it down, tomorrow I'll wear it down, and then I'll wash it the next day. So I'm just keeping it really easy. Like I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, just staying in comfy clothes, you know, things like that. So, oh wait, there was another question right there. Oops.
Is there anything we can do?
Aw. Is there anything you can do as clients to help? Aw. I read all that. So.
Got it. Yes. So the question was, is there anything we can do as a guest to help? And it's the same answer I would have for all of you watching, if you're a guest or just friends or community, is to pray for us and our team and our nation.
Yes, specifically just praying for our team to stay strong and stay focused, and financially for them as well. When being in the service industry, you know, we don't get paid when there's nobody in our chair. And so it is just such a blessing that the government is supplying money, but it's not going to be what they're used to making. And so just pray for them financially during this time as, you know, we wait until we can reopen.
Yeah. Thank you. Imran. Hey, Imran.
Hey. Hey, Lee. Thank you for joining. Can we also buy products to support? Yes. So we are doing product pickups. We are also doing shipping to your house. Orbay has done something amazing where they've given us a private link. And if you want to order Orbay products, all you have to do is click on the link, and Orbay is actually sharing 50% of that with the salon, which is just like so amazing that they're doing that. It just means a lot to us. So if you need Orbay products, like please go that route because it does save us from having to go up to the salon. However, we are more than happy to do salon pickup. We have 2 hours each day that is being posted on our stories every week that you can pick up product from. All you have to do is text the salon for your order, and they'll have it ready for you during those 2 hours.
That's awesome. I have a question. You have hair extensions, Adele. Do you have a daily routine to maximize the life of them? And I think a great thing about this is we have a lot of guests who does have extensions. They're in the same boat you are.
Yes. So, like I can only imagine the panic. Like I just recently got my extensions maintained, so I'm okay for a while. But if I was really close to needing a maintenance and not able to get one, it would be stressful. And I get that. And I am so sorry that any of you are having to deal with this at all. It's not our desire. Our desire is to have you in the salon so we can take care of you. So since we are in this boat and we don't have a choice, EHP, Easy Hair Pro, is our brand of extensions that we use, and we get all of our amazing training from them. They are fantastic. So they are actually doing a webinar today at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It's 2 o'clock Pacific, on how to remove extensions if you get to that point. So I just want to make sure I said that for anyone with extensions. You want to go watch that video and you'll have the opportunity to purchase a one-time removal kit from them. We will also... I did actually send out an email on how to get through the grow out. So extensions can go longer than 6 weeks. It's not something that we've ever recommended because after between 5-6 weeks and anything after that is where we really see all the damage come from. So it's really important that you know that, first of all. So anything after 6 weeks, you've really got to just be very gentle and tender with caring for your hair. So when you're brushing, you just want to make sure you're holding your hair at the top and you're brushing. You want to make sure you're brushing all through your extensions. Get in there, really brush it out. Don't let any mats get built up in there. If you get mats in there, it will be almost impossible for you to get them out if it ever got to that point. So just make sure you're brushing really well. Wear them up, pulled up in a ponytail. Like I wear mine like in a little twist all the time. Like just, it's easy. It's up off my neck. And I clip it at the top. Let's see, what else? U-oil, like put U-oil in your hair constantly. It just keeps it soft and shiny and moisturized. If you're going longer between washing, you've got to use dry shampoo. Don't let that oil really build up on that hair because your extensions will start to slip. So you want to keep it cleaner, which is why typically I wash my hair like every 4 or 5 days. I'm doing it at like 3 because I'm not wanting all that oil to build up in between because I'm going to try to make them last a little bit longer. So, and then if anyone has any tips on how to make my lashes last longer, like I'm more concerned about losing my eyelash extensions than anything. Oh, I'm going to look so different without my eyelashes.
Can you tape them?
Yeah, I wish.
If you have questions, throw some questions in the comments, and we'll be glad to answer those as well. Let's see. What are your top at-home hair tricks? And one of mine is dry shampoo.
Oh.
One of my questions is about the dry shampoo.
Oh,
but
how to use the dry
question
shampoo.
is, what are your top at-home hair tricks?
I probably need to do a tutorial on that because I have a lot of tricks. But I tease my hair a lot, which keeps it like, I don't know if you can see it in there, but it keeps it off my scalp so that it doesn't get as oily as fast because I've got super oily hair or skin in general, and my hair will get super oily too. So I tease it with dry shampoo, and then I use Texturiza by Unite, which really soaks up oil as well. I have a ton of tricks. I'll do a tutorial on that,
Right.
actually. Let's see. What has been your top thing that is stressing you out over everything with the salon? We have quite a few salon owners on here.
Probably my top thing that's stressing me out has been all of the finances. So in that, when I say that, that means for us, our home, how we operate and run our home, and how we get payroll, because we don't get payroll if the salon's not open. And so that's one. The other, next is the team and payroll for them. And then how do we go back to a salon, and how do we pay the bills at a salon? And so all of that has been kind of consuming me in what I'm doing. So I'm doing a lot of research on the stimulus package and trying to read a lot of documents and watch a ton of YouTube videos on the payroll protection program and the SBA different disaster loans that are available. It is a lot of minutia and a lot of stuff to go over, and that probably just consumes a lot of me. It's been waking me up in the middle of the night. And another plug for CBD is, man, that helps me get to sleep and go back to sleep.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about how Seed to System has really like changed how you and I feel throughout the day. What's it done for you?
So it has helped me be able to be more focused and I used to take medication for ADHD. I had a really hard time. Like I would do this task and 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 do really well starting off on all of them, and then kind of dropping all of them, or it just wouldn't end up that way. It wouldn't end up finishing things. And so it has really helped me stay focused.
Yeah, I think for me, like I have daily pain that I deal with. That is from a pinched nerve. I have 2 pinched nerves actually. And there, like nothing gets rid of that pain. But I started taking the 25 milligram CBD oil capsules, and oh my gosh.
That's my favorite.
Oh, like I was doing the little dropper that's 10 milligrams, and since I started doing the 25, I can tell like a huge difference in my pain throughout the day. And so I take it in the morning and at night, and just taking one helps me last all day with hardly any pain at all. And like I just have more movement, I'm more relaxed, my body feels better. But it's helped me with my sleep. It's definitely helped with like anxiety and all of that. I haven't really experienced that. And then I think with Haven too, like Haven is taking the gummies, and it's really helping her focus better in school. She's doing them 3 times a day, and we've seen a huge improvement. She's got what I think is like a sensory processing disorder, where there's some things like really affect her and she's not able to process through them. And so we've seen that the CBD really has calmed a lot of that down. And it's just calmed her down in general. So I'm a firm believer how the CBD has really helped our family, and we've seen a lot of change and great things come out of it.
And we get it from a known source location in Colorado, from Seed to System, and
they're an amazing company.
Yes, yeah, we really enjoy them. Christy, I see she's on. Hey, Christy, she's from there. Let's see. Should we go ahead and? I think we should end.
Yeah. Is there any other questions that anyone has before we wrap it up?
Man, it was so good to see every one of you on here, and I've really enjoyed doing this. We can do more of these. We just want to stay in touch with our guests and our community, and have a conversation.
Oh, I do want to talk about like attachment versus commitment really quick. I did a post on this, so if you haven't read it, be sure and go read it. But it's just something that I've been really diving into to try to figure out like the difference between what is attachment and what is commitment. So attachment is like fear and disappointment, rejection, feeling anxiety, sadness, what else? Like it's a lot of negative emotions actually.
It is.
There's no positive emotions that go with attachment. And so that's something that I learned in a course that I'm in with Landmark. And I realized just how attached I am to like literally everything in my life. I'm attached.
Me too.
I'm attached to how I think he should drive. And I'm attached to like...
Let me say it another way. Another way is you have expectations.
Yeah, I guess.
You have extreme expectations of how things should or should not be. You're absolutely attached to that.
Yeah.
And I was attached to everything too. What are some things you were attached to?
Well, I mean, let's talk about right now. I'm attached to how I feel like my business should look. I'm attached to the fact that I feel like we should be open.
Yeah.
We should be generating revenue right now. We were in the best year that we've ever had starting in 2020, and this was nowhere in sight. So there's a lot of attachment there, and commitment is like peace and love and joy filled and wanting the other person to win and being happy with any circumstance, being able to adapt and be happy no matter what. And I realized, holy cow, like I am so attached to literally everything in my life. And I didn't want to live that way. And so before all of this happened, I was already diving into that. And specifically with my marriage, just realizing the difference of attachment to him versus commitment to him. And so I had already made that distinction with us. And so then when Covid-19 started happening, and immediately when it hit our area, we lost like 50 to 60% of our revenue, just like that. And it was like really abrupt and scary. And I had to take a look at this, like, am I attached to making a certain amount while a disaster is happening right now, like while a crisis is happening? And no, I'm not attached, but I am committed to making sure that everyone has what they need during this time, and making sure that I am someone that people can come to and be there for them, and someone that's a positive light in other people's lives. I can be committed through this and not be attached. And so that was just something that I realized, and I wanted to share that today for whoever needed to hear that.
That's good.
Attachment is something that really will sabotage you, because it makes you disappointed and unsatisfied with everything. And like when you have an expectation and your expectation is up here, and then, you know, reality comes in down here somewhere, or like right now, reality is like way down here.
You're right.
Like all of this in between expectations and reality is disappointment, and that's attachment. And so it's just a lot of area to allow your circumstances to control you, or you can take control over your circumstances and choose to be happy and positive and have a different perspective and a different outcome. And it's not that I'm not empathetic and terribly like concerned. I'm very concerned. It's not that I just don't care and I'm just like flippantly moving on. It's not like that at all. I'm like deeply moved and deeply affected by this. But I am really choosing to have a different perspective, because I can see a bigger picture in this, and that for me, like, I always look at things when I'm going through trials and storms. I look at, what is the lesson that I need to learn right now? What is God trying to teach me in this? And typically the quicker I learn whatever it is I'm learning, the happier I am, first of all, and the trial and the storm starts to lighten up. And so I'm always looking and searching for, God, what do you have for me in this? And for me specifically, what God has is to stop and take a step back and just realize what's important in life. Yeah. And right now it's my family and my close connections and my friends and the people that I really care about in my life. And with a business, you know, I just get to living this busy, constant life that never stops, never slows down. And I've created amazing boundaries to keep my life healthy, but it's my friendships and my connections and my, you know, connections with my family is what ends up getting pushed to the side. And it's not something I'm proud of or want to continue. So it's, for me, this is a time for me to take a step back and just take a deep breath and be with my family and be okay with what is so in life right now, and be okay with the way the world is, and not try to change it and fix it and analyze it and judge it and assess everything that's going on, and just literally be in the moment. And that's where like all the joy and all the love and all of the fulfillment comes from. And I'm just excited to like be doing that right now.
Yeah. And
so I really feel like the storm, although we're in the very beginning of it, you know, I don't have those fears of this storm because of the way I'm choosing to look at it. And that's not to say things aren't going to pop up in the future, and I know they will, but I still have a choice, and I still have a choice of, am I choosing to like deal with whatever this is, or am I choosing to be negative about it? And so it's just a personal choice that I've made for myself, and yeah, so.
That's good.
Anything you wanted to add to that?
I couldn't add anything to it. It was really good. Oh, you are welcome in Guzzy.
Oh, yes. You're welcome to everyone who said thank you.
Yes. And one more thing before you leave is if you, someone was asking what can they do for the team, go to their social media. Tell them what they mean to you. That'd be awesome.
Yes. Anything that you like, just reaching out to the people you love right now. Stay in connection. Don't isolate right now. This is not the time to be a recluse. This is the time, like, in fact, Travis and I, we were taking a walk yesterday, and we just noticed, like, our neighbors are way happier, and they're way nicer, and they're, like, saying hello.
They're waving and
I'm
stopping
like,
cars
oh,
and
this
people
is
I've never even met
interesting.
before.
And I was like, you know why? It's because now human beings are like, we're just happy to see anyone.
Yeah.
Because we're all stuck inside and stuck in our houses. So we're just like, oh, people, hi!
So what we tell Haven is things don't matter, people do.
That's right.
And so keep your people close.
Yes. Connections matter. So reach out to the
Miss
people
Hensley,
that you love.
you. Thank you for keeping us in your prayers. Miss you.
Yes, and thank you
And Miss
everyone over
Judge,
here
too. Please
on
tell them I said hey.
Facebook that joined in. We're so thankful for each one of you. I appreciate it.
All right.
And
love you guys and thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
We had 44 viewers.
Wow. That is awesome.